ibadah puasa. Jangan tunggu sampai sakit.
Nutrif Benecol bantu turunkan kolesterol. Stanol esternya membantu turunkan kolesterol. 2 kali sehari setelah makan, Nutrif Benecol. Cara enak turunkan kolesterol.
Orang berpikir investasi di pasar saham rumit dan butuh ketelitian lebih, namun dengan analogi sederhana dan menyediakan sedikit waktu untuk memperdalam pemahaman tentang saham jadi kunci untuk meneguk keuntungan. Blasco, pemain saham asal Spanyol, berbagi tips sederhana bermain di pasar saham.
Hi everyone. My name is Blasco. I am a full-time trader and I am a trading instructor. I trade for a living. Okay, I started a few years ago, and here's the little story I would like to share with you. I would like to explain how my experience was, how did I get involved in the markets, why I became interested in the markets, and how difficult my little journey was, which actually was not that difficult at all. But as I was doing all this, I did notice that my investments were doing very poorly. And I was doing my investments like probably you are doing, by asking advice to personal advisors in bank offices or other types of professional advisors, or reading magazines, or even maybe reading some information on the internet or newspapers and things like that. So I decided at some point, whenever I would have time, I would get a little bit more education to understand how the markets work, because it should be a way. How difficult it was? Well, it was not that complicated, because actually the business, it's very simple. It's just like any other business. It's very, very simple, okay? If you think of a shoemaker, for example, well, how does the shoemaker make money? By buying shoes or by selling shoes, okay? And I'm sure you are thinking that the shoemaker makes money selling shoes, not buying shoes, okay? But buying is what the public does most of the time, and selling is actually the business of the markets, the business of Wall Street, if you wish, okay? Or the global markets in the world. So I realized that making money in the markets was just as simple as it's being done in other businesses. You simply need to buy low and then sell high. So you buy low, so you load your warehouse, if you wish, with inventory, like a shoemaker would do, and then when the price goes up, then you unload that inventory, selling it to the public, okay? So you make a profit by buying low and selling high, right? How do we do it as professional traders? Well, definitely, we don't do it using all these so well-known techniques called out there, like fundamental analysis, technical analysis, okay? All this information you can read in books and websites for free. Definitely is not what we do. We do a different analysis, which surprisingly, when we present this analysis to our students, they always get amazed and totally speechless on how simple it was. They all work the same way, okay? They're always based on very, very basic principles of supply and demand that we identify clearly in a price chart, and therefore we can act at the same time or right before a big institution act, which makes our trading extremely safe, extremely simple, extremely high probability, and therefore extremely, extremely profitable. That's what we do. That's our bread and butter, utilizing these charts to identify these institutional zones to buy or to sell that we call demand or supply zones, okay? Trading is extremely simple. You simply need to identify what's low and what's high. So you buy low, you sell high. In the price chart, you identify that zone, which is made of 2 lines, not one, like conventional traders, but 2 lines, because we identify zones, which we'll call demand, and you buy at demand when the price enters that demand zone, just waiting for the price to move naturally up, reacting to the demand itself. When demand exceeds supplies, price goes up. It has to be, it's physics. If demand exceeds supplies, the price needs to go up. It cannot be different. If the price goes down, it's because supply exceeds demand. But if you wait to buy when the price enters a demand zone, the price will have to go up, will move up, and whenever the price enters that supply zone higher, then we'll exit that position, taking a profit, and we are done. We are done with that trade, and now we are researching the next opportunity to be taken and to be taken advantage of. Just that simple. So, which are the typical mistakes that people make in the marketplace? Okay. Well, if you think about it, there are nothing more, nothing else than the typical mistakes that people make in life, which is being late to the party. That's it, just that simple. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say a stock is now very, very fashionable. Everybody's talking about this stock, okay? And the stock is going up, and everybody talks about it, and the next news related to the stock are very, very good, and the next earnings are very, very good too, and the stock keeps going up and up and up and up and up. Now people want to buy up there. Okay, which is buying high. The way on how you become profitable in any business is by buying low and selling high, not by buying high. People are trained, are convinced through what is being taught in books, what is being taught on free websites in the internet, what is being even suggested in the news and newspapers and magazines and recommendations from some advisors, etc. People are suggested to buy when the stocks are way too fashionable, way too late. So therefore they buy way too high. And you know, sometimes you can see that something that is expensive may become more expensive. But the reality is that the probability of something being expensive becoming more expensive, it's way less than something that was cheaper to become more expensive. So that's the typical mistake. Thank you for listening to me, guys. Bye-bye.
Ya, demikian tips yang kami hadirkan dalam Instructor kali ini, dan kita kembali lagi ke Liviana Charlisa di studio. Silakan Livi.
Ya, terima kasih Glory Oyong dari studio Kompas TV di Bursa Efek Indonesia. Ya, saudara, rupiah terus melemah, bersiaplah menghadapi kenaikan harga makanan dan minuman berbahan baku impor seperti tepung dan gula. Lengkapnya kita simak pernyataan pengusaha berikut ini.
Nah, kalau rupiah ini terus-menerus seperti ini, melemah rupiahnya, otomatis kita akan mengkalkulasi ulang, karena tidak mungkin industri itu marginnya terus-menerus karena tidak sehat.
Ya, saudara, pengakuan kekasih gembong narkoba soal bilik asmara di LP Cipinang santer dibicarakan di luar negeri. Kami akan hadirkan informasinya usai jeda berikut.
Halo Ramlan. Gina.
Rempong gila. Jono.
Cakep. Kok orang rusuh. Jadikan kami teman sahur kamu di...
Udah sahur belum?
Udah sahur belum? Setiap hari pukul 2.30. Kompas TV, Inspirasi Indonesia.
Bulan puasa, jaga kondisi tubuh, jangan sampai ngedrop apalagi sakit. Minum Vatigon C Plus dengan Pure WC Vitamin C alami. Lebih lama melindungi. Selamat menunaikan ibadah puasa. Jangan tunggu sampai sakit.
Nutrif Benecol bantu turunkan kolesterol. Plan stanol esternya membantu turunkan kolesterol. 2 kali sehari setelah makan, Nutrif Benecol. Cara enak turunkan kolesterol.
Marhaban ya Ramadan, jadikan penuh berkah, jaga hati, tinggalkan korupsi. Prabowo Subianto beserta Partai Gerindra mengucapkan selamat datang bulan penuh berkah, marhaban ya Ramadan.
Seperti apa budaya umat muslim di penjuru Indonesia menjalani ibadah Ramadan?
Selikuran ini sendiri juga menjadi ucapan syukur dalam menyambut 1000 bulan ini.